Somebody in chat said that. Oh, he needs to switch screen, by the way. Someone in chat said that American culture is to get snacks and stuff before it starts, and then go in as it starts. So expect the crowd to fill in.
Nobody has really been able to contend with them in Birmingham.
I think it'd be better as a culture.
Is
that valid, or am I? Oh, is that unwoke of me?
That's a little bit. Every culture is the same, Stumpy.
No.
Oh, Gunparl, why have you wasted 5 gifted to at Rocket League?
I know. You could help us out, not be running at a loss.
Where are you seeing that?
In the top right of the actual thing.
Oh, was it? I didn't see it.
But we do appreciate everyone that has been hanging out throughout the entire week. For those of you that are joining us for the first time for the weekend itself, I know some of you have been out there working. It is time for the bench to thrive. We have coffee at now, but that's not going to be the beverage of choice all weekend long.
What's it called? Tortilla Spa.
You have to go in yourself, mate. You're going with them.
Guys,
deliver the food.
Predictions for this one. KC versus Twisted Minds. It was comfortable 3-0 for KC against Twisted Minds in the very first match of the A stream. Twisted Minds have improved since then.
KC 4-0.
Oh, I think so as well, sadly. I'd love Twisted Minds to win this
one.
Just
a weird one.
Am I going to get in trouble for making false reports?
We have just started, Johnny.
No, I'm just saying we need more. I need to give you more information here before you can make a decision here.
Okay.
Will I get in trouble for making false news, literal fake news reports, like actual fake news?
What's the fake news?
Should I or should I not tweet? We've got news coming from several reliable sources in Raleigh that the line to the NRG merch booth is roughly 3 hours long. 7 of the 9 fans who have made their way inside the arena have all booed KC. Is that good or bad?
No, that's funny. That's good.
Okay. Just do it, mate. Gloves are off.
Should I add some chips?
Yeah, that's a couple of things, I guess, like the room.
Spice dusted fries.
I've done it. I'm in big trouble.
Oh,
you've just done it.
Triple fake news on the timeline. They're not going to like that.
Stumpy, can you like just narrow the camera a little bit? Johnny is no longer a part of the bench.
Welcome. What's below the bench?
Unemployment.
Like probably the legs.
Surely the legs count as part of the bench.
I added some chips as well, as in like dip chips, and I also added some salsa.
Oh, this guy, man, he's the adder. I call him the adder.
The adder.
Nice catch.
And the mad adder.
And now a battle for the midfield. Rise doesn't get the boost downfield. He's
still chicken burritos, buy one get one free, and we haven't gone for that.
Is it? Hey, really?
Buy one get one free.
Oh, you can replace my mixed one with that then. That's fine.
There's 2 mixes.
I was considering it, but considering I'm buying this one, I thought it would look very cheap if I was like, yeah, guys, can we go for the buy one get one free?
Oh, wait, that's way more choice than I had in mine as well. I had no choices in mine.
So we have pico de gallo.
They showed, do you want to go for a chicken one?
Well, just double up on that and then...
Yeah. I clicked on the chicken and beef one and there were no extra options.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The other one did. The one I got.
Okay, well, I've added 2 chicken burritos. Does anybody want to remove? Well,
yeah, I'll get rid of mine.
We could just get 4 chicken
Yeah, I think just go 4 chicken burritos. Oh, go on.
I added a couple of mild ones.
Okay.
So we should probably...
Did you go large or regular?
Regular.
Whilst those 2 are getting outside.
The large is usually a standard. Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
A couple of larges. Let's see the difference. Because usually it just means more rice. If you want more rice, you can get your large burrito.
So we should probably catch people up as well now that we are just starting. We do have some teams of our own throughout this event that we pulled out earlier on. Oh, we almost got the first goal. Vati, how have you got that, my son?
My son.
Habibi, how did you get that?
Somehow, thanks to the prime.
Inshallah, they score.
Sean Windwick, thanks to the 10-month prime. Abdi Eagle, thanks to the 9-month prime. Yes, Shogun, you were saying.
Yeah, we've got a couple of teams on. We'll go through like all later on. But who's up on this one for?
It's called.
I've got Twisted Minds and KC. These guys are both my team.
So add your now, just do your options on
This is no win, no loss for you.
Who do you want to see go through? Which team would you rather represent you from here on?
Casey.
Casey, for you, Cole?
I would rather see Twisted Minds go through.
Really?
I'm very hot on Twisted Minds.
I think Cole's at the point where he's like fairly certain certain he's going to win anyway, so he doesn't care.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't know for that. I just mean as someone watching Rocket League.
I could maybe get you if Gentlemates of Vitality have a good event. At the same time, though, I calculated it is still possible for me to outright lose. Like, if Vitality go at 6th place, Gentlemates go at 8th place, and the grand final is exactly NRG beating Falcons, I lose. I just straight up lose.
Otherwise, it's just me or Shogun.
Could be like
0 seconds, guys. 0 seconds, guys.
Me and Shogun tying, you two tying.
Okay.
A couple of ties.
Oh, it's a big 1-0 start.
Specifically that scenario.
Best LAN ever.
We'll play towards the kickoff. That's not the greatest kickoff.
Because you have energy, don't you?
I have energy.
Yeah,
got energy.
right now you're losing by 1, so you need to have energy beating Falcons in the final. You both finished 12 points out of 13.
A lot, and then just a beautiful duet.
No, that would just be me losing. You guys would just be in the middle.
Oh yeah, because it's slower, isn't it?
Yeah, big is bad. We're playing golf. We did play golf
Very
today.
golfy
We
day.
did.
Yeah, we did play 3 hours of Top Tracer golf today.
That's so quick.
Very
It was
good,
really fun. We had a nice, relaxing morning.
Johnny absolutely slobber knockered with my driver.
Oh my goodness, the first drive I hit. Like Stumpy's brought his driver along. I hit one drive with it, and it rolled out to nearly 300 yards. It's a PB. My drive is not like, it's not a good club for me. I was like, yeah, that'll do. I just took one practice.
Absolutely.
I was like, yeah, that'll do me. It did roll about 45 yards though. It only carried like 250.
It's been difficult.
I say only that's
stunning,
really good for me.
Able to get back to those 50s. K-Corp get control here with Raleigh, a full tank.
Just looking a lot more comfortable against them than they did in Series 1 yesterday. That's what I hoped would happen.
Yeah, they've gone a lot better since
Rush having some sustained pressure. They barely did a tool in the first.
Day one. They were a bit nervous.
They were, they seemed it. They didn't see themselves.
Yeah, we're sorted. About 30 minutes out.
Lovely.
Longest RLCS OT incoming. You say that, but actually Rise is going to score after 2 minutes and 16 seconds.
Nah, because the first goal of the entirety of the crowd days happens in 5, 4. Oh, this is not a
3,
4 seconds.
2, 1.
Come on, All right, try again. All right, who wants to take the next goal on
So
this?
Rise 216.
No, next it's going to be Raleigh. 331.
Heat check. Look at the Rocket Baguette tweet. Okay, I'm looking. We are looking.
We are checking.
We are checking.
We will get back to you.
Looking for an angle out. Atomic underneath. Nupo will support. Nupo
Nupo.
actually cuts underneath a little bit.
Oh, bump.
Atto. Looking like he might punish that with a bump. Rise has no boost.
Ferrari Formula 1 GPS going.
Ooh.
Oh, it's a bad hit.
Rocket. Yeah, Rocket Baguette were roasting NA yesterday. Like, they were not holding back. Yeah, they were not holding back at all. I've just tweeted an empty football stadium. It says, sympa l'ambiance au Major de Raleigh. So, yeah, same atmosphere as the Raleigh Major, it's just an empty stadium. That's hard.
Is Raleigh small? Someone in chat said Raleigh's like a tiny town.
Raleigh's had a lot of events though. Like they're really.
Are they like Katowice in Poland? They're like an esportsy place, but it's small in general.
Moving across.
Still go to like a Katowice
It's just
event.
nothing. All the twisted minds.
Much like CS there, isn't it?
Back into position. Raleigh
Yeah, I
off
don't know
the
why it's
ceiling.
a gift.
Oh, big save! Hatchet!
Oh, big run.
No, Atto, do not die for that. Atto!
Yeah, you had the big run up there.
You really was considering it.
There was a lot of time to think.
I really thought Raleigh was going to change car by now. 'Cause he's not been up to his usual standard, and his car does look really heavy. Yeah,
Johnny, not to pull expertise on you, but I don't think you can change car during an overtime.
I think he could probably leave, change the car, and be back in time.
It could be Raleigh.
He's stuck for the next few minutes at least.
No, it's going to be Vatira up high against Nupo, and he's got the 50 again. Twisted minds will not let them through.
Atto using the KC decal for bonus points for him.
So do you think
Yeah,
some
like
people
that.
in chat are starting to slowly maybe think, okay, Johnny's not lying, he's not playing in the Trolls first touch match?
Today or tomorrow.
Well, you would really struggle to get there for tomorrow, but yeah, actually, maybe some people still.
Wait, when is it?
Oh,
It's tomorrow. Today, so
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
today's the 1v1. Tomorrow.
I think it's after the first 2 matches tomorrow. Fair call.
Can't twist it, you have to win this game.
Come on, somebody, just end this game.
It's a long game, yeah.
Rise, full tank.
This is a good OT
Guys,
though.
huddle, get the people in the venue. Huddle.
Yeah, true.
Giving the energy fans time to buy more.
That was
very
he's not got a boost for that, buddy.
Raleigh's looking a bit off right now.
Raleigh's not looked on since, well, looking like the most unbeatable player on the planet. Lovely.
There it is. And the crowd is buying merch of the energy set. Oh, there they are. Hey! It's just, we're just joking. The event will have a crowd.
Having a giggle.
Having a good old laugh, aren't we?
Yeah.
There's 4 guys on 2 sofas on a bench.
Just guys being dudes.
On a laugh.
Nicer.
Dudes being bros.
Still not wild about it, but it's nicer.
Go on, Albo. Get some smiles of goal.
Because they've become
Early doors.
American.
I love this team.
There goes the dream of the 1-0
He's
series.
just some player. Did you see Reto's tweet, by the way?
No.
Reto tweeted a photo with Justin, just a couple of 2-3 and twist wise or something. It's a good goal.
I'm glad that Justin's at least.
They both got 3-0'd in round 5 by Twisted Minds.
Oh!
Any other major, that team might make top 8, but this one's just unbelievable in terms of quality.
The gang.
Yeah.
Charlie made several good plays last game.
She's really impressed me yesterday.
She's a great.
They're a good team. They are a good team. The level is just extremely high right now.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just be a good team and make top 8. You need to be a great
We
team.
were saying that yesterday, weren't we? That like this is easily the obviously that's going to happen, but like this feels like the highest skilled major we have had like by a level.
I just think Rocket League event, yeah.
Yeah,
Hardest Rocket
mad.
League event ever. So I mean, Gen G are a good team, but being a good team in the modern world just means that you're a top 14 team in the world.
Yeah.
And I don't think Gen G are necessarily ranked 14th, but just say there are probably like 14, 15 world-class teams right now who could all really realistically make a top 8 at a major.
The problem is like just to make top 8, you also almost have to be in the conversation as potential tournament winner. Like the line is so blurred.
It's a guaranteed top 8, yeah. You have to be like a true
or even like to
contender
just
win.
barely make it. Like there's very few teams in this top 8. I'm like, yeah, they're not got a chance to
Well,
win.
if we go down the list, so South
Secret
America
of the one
does
award.
have 2 teams who
Yeah.
literally made top 8. MENA has 2 teams who made top 8. NA has 2 teams that made top 8 this year in Ultimates and NRGs. That's 6. And then I really do think that you could have... GK did it, so that's 5 EU teams that made top 8, so up to 11. I think NIP would be in the top 8 as well. Or NIP, if they made a LAN, would have a great chance at
I
top 8.
think they can
really
be.
do.
I don't agree at all.
Oh no, I totally think...
I might be like
No,
a full
they can do it.
NIP hater, but I just have not. I don't understand what everyone has seen that I haven't, but they just have nothing to prove that they are this team apart from hype.
Oh no, they could definitely make a top 8 on that.
Well,
The problem is actually just qualifying from Europe. They don't have that in them. But if NIP, if you just took one of the EU teams out, put NIP in their place, they would absolutely have as good of a chance, if not better, of making top 8 than Gen G. I would say they have a better chance than SSG, probably better chance than Gen G. I'm not, trolling or trying to rage bait or anything. I think I would be more comfortable betting on NIP making a top 8 than Space Station or Gen G at the moment.
Because bear in mind also, we've seen them do very well against KC, and they have made KC the second class. Like, it'll look second class, but they cannot do it consistently.
They
And their
genuinely
biggest thing
cannot do it on a
is-
rainy night in Stoke.
It's their consistency
is that, yeah.
Like, it's the
shocking.
Bernabeu or bust.
No, listen,
hack
so
it.
GK made a top 8, literally made top 8. NIP have beaten them this split. They beat GK. Now, GK have not fallen off a cliff. They're just more or less the same. Gentleman's got a lot better. We kind of overtook both of them. But NIP would absolutely be in the running for that. To have an EU 4 not be a contender is just silly. Of course they are. EU has proven itself.
We've seen that as well with the major, not the major, sorry, Worlds, when Oxygen went. And it's like a similar team.
Yeah.
And they managed to go through, they went through Vitality, I think, at the time. And they went through another massive team. But they went through huge teams because they weren't playing. They were playing a lot less pressure. We saw them around IP. They did the classic thing.
Nice,
Now we have less pressure.
Nice.
Oh, that's so good. Now we have less pressure. We can actually perform.
Yeah.
But they get very in their heads. They get very nervous. so easily.
Insane touch to set that up.
Yeah.
I also love that he doesn't air roll back, try and make something of it. He's like, I've already got this.
I think the pros are very good at like just recognizing immediately after that setup touch to the backboard of just like, it's right.
Yep.
Like, I don't need to touch this air roll.
Yeah, you don't have to slam it in with your nose. You're just like, okay, it's going in.
Motor Bieber, thanks to the 76-month Prime. No, sorry, tier 1. That's almost a year.
Very close.
How are the predictions on this?
Bang it, bang it,
I think
bang
we all
it,
predicted
bang it.
KC.
Yeah,
we all predicted KC on this one.
Twisted, didn't he?
No, I predicted KC, but I just want Twisted.
Yeah, we don't get any points for this one. I mean, this is
Often I want the big bad bully to win. I'm not like, I wasn't someone going, oh, I hope Dignitas lose. Oh, I hope G2 lose like forever. But for some reason on this one, my heart is full of Twisted Minds.
Again, finds a way to get there. Kicks it right back downfield.
Yeah, I do want to say, I don't think any teams below NIP would make top 8 out of Europe. I think that's the line.
So who else would that include?
Well, it's the 4 who made it this event, GK and NIP. I think that's it. Those are the 6 teams right now in Europe who I think are top 8 at a major caliber. But obviously, if you're at a major, you're only having to play against 3 other European teams.
My personal cut-off there is GK. I don't quite include it.
Oh, they did it though.
Well, GK have lost to Nip at least evens, I think. I think that Nip are actually a good matchup against GK.
I don't think they've ever lost to GK.
It was one best of 7. I went really, because I went really big on Nip on the desk, and then GK just played a lot better. But I think every other time, Nip have had GK fairly comfortably. Which doesn't mean they're particularly better, but it's a very good matchup.
Yeah,
I mean,
GK have
got a quick KC.
Exactly.
But Atomic wins the ball. Gets over another.
Yeah, the issue for teams like GK and NIP is having to play against the other European teams regionally.
Yeah.
Wait,
I think
Dradi time? Why are you giving Dradi time?
Because KC.
You love to see it.
Lucky little Belgian.
The spawn.
Because NIP frequently came up against they only lost 2 like those biggest teams to like be knocked out of a tournament. It was
Lost to Gentlemates.
Dignitas, but I mean unusually running into a Dignitas, running into a Karmine, running into a Vitality. They can't necessarily.
It was the manner of it though. I feel like a lot of those losses was just very flat.
They were,
but they
can be
only
flat.
lost. Think about it this way: NIP the split, I believe, only lost to teams who have gone top 8 at the major. That's the only losses they've got.
Yeah, but that doesn't say they would make top 8.
It doesn't say that they make top 8, but I think they absolutely have a chance.
Like I'm not saying they definitely wouldn't. I'm saying I'm not as over the line on them making top 8 as everyone else is.
Well, I'm not saying that they would. I'm saying that they'd be in the running. I also said Gen G would be in the running.
So we managed to argue the same point on different
I think
sides.
Space Station are in the running, but I didn't think, they look great this weekend. I think, who would you bet on if NIP were at this event instead of Gentlemates? Or maybe, let's say, if we just did the same thing again, but took Gentlemates out of the next one and put NIP in. Who are you more comfortable predicting top 8? NIP, Space Station, or Gen G?
For me, out of them, it's NIP.
Yeah.
NIP, Gen G,
It would be
SSG.
NIP, but I think there is a massive outlier here, which is the fact that Furia weren't in the top 8.
Yeah,
either. I think that's the
Alright, series over. GG. That's what happens when you don't win your overtimes.
What a shot.
Oh my god, he plays just like me. That's insane.
He's been looking at your.
I sent him a load of replays, so now I'm having that easy spotted one of them.
Wow.
I would be very disappointed in the team if they did that, but I wouldn't necessarily blame them. And that's also where I feel about the VK Salem and
They are
Foot
from
and
there. No, well, VK Salem, I mean, the Foot guys is different. None of them are from Sub-Saharan Africa.
But I also
they
feel
don't
like
have any relation to
I was thinking
Sub-Saharan
but it's part of the rules. The part of the rules is that you can. In that situation.
Similar. No, I refuse to accept that.
No, okay, well, I'm saying in terms of a general, maybe less so with Itachi and Nash, sure, because they've at least got, they've got
They
Mina
are
in it.
Moroccan. They're from Africa.
I don't necessarily hate that VK Salem does what he does in Leoro and Torres.
I hate it.
I don't hate that they do it because it's part of the rules. They can do it. I don't like the rule. I hate the rules.
I hate the rules haven't
So you
changed.
just blame the rules, not the player. Blame the.
I say that the player's trying to make a career out of it while they can.
They're certainly not hating the player of the game.
It's like players who,
What I do hate is how they're being on Twitter.
I hate how they are on Twitter. I hate that they don't scrim properly. I hate that they take the piss out of Limitless and whatever else, blah blah blah, and they don't contribute back to it, etc. I hate that. but I don't hate the inherent action of going to a different region and competing.
As soon as a team announced they were going to do that, the rules should have changed that day and said, we didn't think of that.
Do you not think there's any responsibility of like a moral obligation to not punch down to people less fortunate than yourself? You just think that is not a factor here.
In this particular situation, oh my god! Oh! Hang on.
This one's so dumb.
How many sidewall touches? Oh, we'll never know. No, there's one at least.
At production, let's see the faces after the replay.
There's Atto.
There's at least one.
Also, you
That's
do
great
literally
play.
have these free cam things that we can look at.
True.
But yeah, no, I don't. I get what you mean, but I think
do you
that
think it's punching down what they're doing?
I think it is, but I still think that the rules are the ones to blame much more for it than them doing it.
The rules aren't forcing them. The rules aren't forcing them to punch down.
not,
They're
no.
choosing to punch down because the rules allow it, but they are still choosing to punch down. And
They're just
think
making a
choosing-
career.
I still think like choosing to punch down to have a career is
I also
not morally acceptable.
I think that their actions, which again I think you're punching down, is the actions that we were talking about. If they did, you know, if they were screened properly, blah blah blah, all the issues that they're being dickheads for and being like rude on Twitter, whatever. I then don't think you have to punch down by doing it. I don't think the inherent action is punching down. I think the way that they have done it is punching down.
I think that
But I still blame the rule a lot
even if
more.
they just went over there with 3 Spanish players, said nothing on Twitter, scrimmed all the teams, tried to become part of the scene, that's still punching down because the
think so.
SSA region is so much less fortunate than EU. They've literally just got a major spot, and now you're like, yeah, we're just going to go take that. Because, hey, we're the 20th best team in Europe. We're not good enough to compete, even though we come from one of the most blessed regions, who's had all the advantages, but we're not good enough, so we're just going to go and punch down. They are
one-sided now.
It's punching down.
Someone made a good point. Their overall behaviour is punching down, agreed, but the fact they are playing there is not in itself punching down. They can also contribute to the region improving in theory, which I think is a good point. Is that going over there and, you know, perfect world, they play properly, blah blah blah, that then can contribute. You're bringing back the experience and then helping out. Would it be better if Limitless were the team going over to lands and then bringing it back? Sure. But I don't think that it's an inherent problem with Foot doing that.
Okay, that's. I see the logic.
Yeah.
But I think it's completely flawed because we all agree that there should be a rule to prevent this imbalance from happening, and that's because we all acknowledge, and it's very obvious, that it's not a fair fight. It's just not. One of the regions has been able to compete on a primary server and been able to compete in RLCS for years. Now you just throw another region into the pool and you go and take their spot away, basically, because you've had all of that practice time, you've had all of that head start, all the advantages. So the rule exists, or we all think there should be a rule to exist.
There should be a rule, but it is
Punching
on the people who make these rules to make that so. Bear in mind, the individuals of
You're missing that. Yeah, we all agree with that. My point is.
No, but what I was going to say.
No, you're missing the point though. Hold on, bear with me. I'm saying that it doesn't suddenly become not punching down just because there isn't a rule. It's punching down whether there is a rule or not. It just is punching down. I think we all have to see that.
What I'd also say as well is that the 3 individuals, if they hadn't done this, they might now be working, you know, in a shop or something. They have bought themselves through a rule, a loophole, if you will.
Why is that?
Through legal
Why
means.
would that be? Because they're not good enough to qualify fair and square.
Yeah, exactly.
So
They're
maybe
not.
that's-
But if you're not good enough at something, you don't think, do you know what? Yeah, I'm not good enough. I'll just not.
You can use all avenues available to you.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, the avenue is available for them.
Sorry, yeah.
To go to SSA. I don't
Baby
judge
poker.
the individuals doing it. I judge the fact that the rule is there.
That's
Because
what I am.
someone will.
I just
Ultimately.
both. I think that it's insanely like
It's
super
not on
punching
VK.
down.
It's not on VK Salem as an individual for Sub-Saharan Africa to be better at Rocket League. He is a guy who is doing a job, and at some point his job will end, and he'll go and get a normal job. Like, you know, we're passionate about Rocket League. We ultimately are, and we do feel it is our responsibility to grow Rocket League. I don't think it's every individual player's responsibility to grow Rocket League and to grow SSA Rocket League.
I don't know. I just think it's like so unfair. So many
I agree it's unfair.
advantages.
I agree it's
But like
unfair.
you can't. It doesn't suddenly not become we can't say strip away all responsibility from an adult. Like, come on. This is just too convenient. I think that this is just insanely unfair, and yeah, it's like a different weight class. We shouldn't allow heavyweights to compete with lightweights. Like, there's a reason that we want the rules to exist. It's a bit, yeah, this is unfair.
See, this is unfair.
Yeah, exactly. It's punching down.
Like, yeah, when it comes back
I
to
was saying, like, saying that it's all the fault of the rules is such a cop-out for me, because the players are not forced by the rules to do what they're doing.
No.
They could also, you know, go over there, like you said, to further their career, have a new experience, try and learn about a new culture, and ultimately help a newer region in Rocket League by going over there and doing what Sosa and Catalysm are doing, playing with a local. That is the way to do that.
Which is a lot better. Yeah,
it's not just a lot better. It's like there is a positive aspect to it. Whereas what the Foot guys are doing, there's nothing positive that comes from that. They're wasting our time. There's literally no. They're an asterisk. Like, the event is, the fact that they're here is completely irrelevant. Nobody cares about them. Yeah, it's really dumb. It's stupid. You've got
People
to, like,
do that.
and just because it's allowed to work for free because you want to do something you're passionate about doesn't make it okay to then do it. You're screwing over everyone else in your industry, which is what Foot are doing.
And I'm not surprised that some group of 3 players are, I guess. It's like, I think that...
How? What a save.
No, I'm not surprised either. Like,
If there'd been a beautiful thing where they all agreed not to do it, that'd be lovely and wonderful. But I think maybe I'm more cynical. That's never going to happen when this rule exists. So I don't
so if somebody
blame the
decided,
individuals.
if like a bunch of like very talented casters decided, hey, you know what, we're already millionaires, we're just going to go and cast Rocket League for free and undercut all of you guys, so it's no longer inviting
But that's not what VK Salem is doing. That's not because they've not made it in Rocket League. That's the thing, they haven't made it in Rocket League, so they're going somewhere where they can make it. You're saying if there's millionaire casters that come over and they say, we just want to fuck over you guys. That's
I think a much more fair example
They're
would be if
passionate
we were to then turn around to SSA broadcast and go, yeah, we will work your broadcast for less. That's a more fair example.
Well, I mean, it's the
I've
same.
thrown that in the
it's
pool, now you
the
can do
same
back to what you're
principle.
doing.
we all understood.
Then going back to then NIP competing in, if they did decide to go to MENA for this last qualifier, as one of the 2 broadcasters for them, I'd be like, guys, come on.
They're literally from MENA, though.
Yeah.
You can't say that and then also say I'm fine with Foot, who are not from SSA, have nothing to do with SSA.
No, but I hate the rule
actively
for both of
punching
them. They've both got the rule that they can both play to. It's then just, you can just see it as different things. And I'm seeing it as, I'm completely removed from Foot. Like you say, they're an asterisk. I don't care about them.
Yeah.
I've never given a shit about any of them. But from NIP standpoint, I think I'd much rather prefer them to do it, obviously, in Europe and then compete there. If they did it from MENA, I'd be like, oh, guys, come on. But I do be like, oh, I won't just, I'm now not going to work it from some moral standpoint. But okay, we're doing it in MENA. Let's go. Let's do it.
I just think it's a cop-out. Listen, it's like I know it's a cop-out because every analogy that you guys are saying, there's like so many obvious problems with. Or it's like, how many examples do we need to give? Like, oh, nobody's looking. We can just leave the restaurant here. We're in a foreign country. Nobody's going to have a problem if we just run away and
But
don't
that's
pay
against
the
the
bill.
rules.
Which is...
That's against the
But
rules.
this is the point.
This
Why?
isn't.
So, okay, so you just think if we'll just follow the law to the T, follow the rules to the T, and we have no moral obligation.
Have you guys heard of the ultimate example of this, which is putting the shopping trolley back? Where there is no law
I'm
about
just saying,
it.
according to you guys, there's
watching.
no moral obligation to do anything as long as it's like, you know, within the rules, it's fine. And I'm like, well, no, like, obviously, we have to have a bit of both.
I also don't think rules equal morals. Laws don't
That's
equal
the
morals.
point, which
Yeah,
is why
they
you
don't.
can't just like say, well, it's okay with the rules, therefore it's fine, because it's not.
No, we haven't said that. We haven't said
Well,
because
you're
it's within
okay
the
with
rules that
that.
it's fine. We're just saying that because it's within the rules, and I hold no umbrage to VK saying about that specific thing, but I want the rules to change.
Right, I think we're
Chat is bored as fuck of this conversation.
Okay, alright, fair enough.
So what, we've agreed to change the rules, is that right?
If chat's bored, guys, you can.
I think we
close
figured
the
it out.
stream. There's so many.
Not that
people
level of
watching.
petty.
Close JohnBoy_I, go to @Callum the Shogun.
Absolutely close the stream. If you're not enjoying like a stream in general, you should turn it off. Like,
Hearing
this guy
Shogun swear is
absolutely
awesome.
Oh, you'll get a lot of it this week, trust me.
Back out into the middle of the field, the pass over.
Yeah, also Karmine Corp absolutely slapped this so far. I hope TM can make something a bit more of it.
they are winning this
Like
game.
2 goals?
Yeah, with a doink. That counts for 2, so Karmine Corp really need to get their act together.
I mean, yeah, no, if Atomic can rise, bench, like, Naipo and pick up a European next season, I lose all respect for them. Like, I will actively try to not collaborate with them ever again. I
Monkey Moon goes to MENA.
want to work with them. I'm just not interested in people who do this, because it kind of just shows me the kind of character somebody is. So
loses that 50 out. Things a little bit awkward for Raleigh.
You don't need that in the
low
team.
boost now, trying to get back down. Does get
It's
the
good to have that moral limit. Nice.
Luckily,
Have different moral lines.
Luckily, their best player is Saudi Arabia.
It's very handy. That is very, very handy. How many different variations of Nubo now?
Oh my days.
What?
Where are you up to, mate?
Of Nubo, now Po, now Poo, Nubu have we had today?
Rise tweeted that it's NOBU, which is funny because I still don't know exactly what that would be like. Still like the restaurant.
Is that, I was going to say, that's the restaurant, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did we go to a Nobu in Copenhagen or something?
No, we went to a burger place that was owned by the same people.
That was it, yeah.
No, we didn't go to Nobu. I know you can just pull up and be like, yeah, I'd like a table.
9 for Nobu, please.
Yeah, we just like pull up with a bunch of Rocket League people.
Yeah. Wearing shorts, probably.
In a world-class restaurant.
30 seconds, K-Corp trying to put this vice grip on.
This coffee is a lot better. I think with a bit of water in it, it's revolutionised the coffee.
Yeah, it's actually way better.
Americans in
Have you just been eating the
1945.
beans before? Huh? If you didn't have any water, bean stomping.
This still doesn't feel like a realistic comeback to me. I don't know. I need to see more. I really need to see more. Oh, that's about that.
Yeah.
Okay, they got one.
Nice.
I think
Oh, Dig won! Yes! Dignitous, get the done!
Let's go.
Well done, Dig. They start their series 1-0 up.
People lose.
My rider is heading over.
Yeah, so anyway, people lose jobs in esports all the time because of that exact thing. They just get undercut by their peers, undercut by their colleagues. Because, yeah, people want to do it. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
But now we see Atto score quickly.
Yeah, a lot of people are passionate about casting esports and they're willing to do it for pennies just to get the job.
The only winners there are like TOs and
Yeah, TO.
yeah, exactly. They're loving it. Absolutely loving that.
I always tell everybody that in the scene that they've got a moral obligation, all the casters in the scene, that I think you've got a moral obligation to negotiate.
For sure.
Yeah, unless like the offer that you get is above industry standard, then that's a different story. But if you just get an offer out the gate that's not above industry standard, I think you have an obligation to negotiate.
Now we see a demo as well, but Tira's going to turn for this.
Otherwise, like it just every year on year, event on event, the rates go down. The big companies just end up.
My favorite sentence is we found someone that will do it for this amount. Okay, cool. Hire them.
Nupo gets something going on offense for his team.
Yeah, it's perfectly legal to take that job for much less money. Nothing stopping you.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, the Wikipedia points thing is so fun.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, weird currency. Sadly, my bag is
He's done everyone there.
For Rise to take the shot, and Atomic took it away from him.
That is not how Twisted Minds have to play it. Miscoms at this stage, where you're only one game and really 3 minutes and 40 seconds from elimination. You have to be on point in every single step.
Reset.
Rise underneath it, looking for someone to hit.
Oh, he should have gone reset.
Shame Twisted Minds couldn't have won one of those overtimes. We got a real series right now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been closer than this 3-1 would suggest, I think.
When you TM, there were 2 overtimes in the first 2 games. Yeah, as soon as they lost to the second one, I said to Shogi, "This is done."
A slow start this
Then they lost 5-0. But then fair play to them.
The rest of the building is so toasty. And then in here, we've just made like a little ice box. It's great.
Oh, I love the ice box.
Reagan Rogaine, thanks for 50-month tier 1. We've got a good question for you guys here. Do you think having smaller venues and actually being able to fill every seat would help with the overall atmosphere?
Yes,
I agree.
because Boston.
Yeah.
Boston was a lot smaller, and it was fantastic.
There's every now and then, like, I think there's especially like maybe North American lands, and also France lands, like Birmingham had the same issue. It was too big for the amount of people obviously that are in there, and then you've got so much space for these people to shout into, and like the empty seats, if they're like cushioned, then they absorb a load of sound as opposed to people that don't quite absorb as much.
I feel like choosing a venue is very similar to setting a price. You know, you go, they say how much you want for this, you send the number, and if they go, yeah, that's fine, you think, shit, I should have said more, right? You choose a venue, and if it fills up immediately, you go, shit, I should have gone higher. But there's never that point where it like the dream is that it fills up the day before. The final ticket is sold the day before the event. That means that whoever's been in charge of it has absolutely nailed the venue
Operating a
choice.
budget airline.
Yeah,
exactly.
up to the
And then first come, first serve at the door. But yeah, I think There's definitely been a few times where Rocket League events have had a really good crowd, but on stream they've fallen very flat because of like just the amount of empty space in there and whatever else. Birmingham had the exact same issue.
Which one was the worst one for that? It was the Rotterdam Major, where it could have been a great atmosphere, but the venue itself was 10 times larger than what was shown. So there was just absolutely no way of being able to.
Oh yeah, we couldn't hear each other, could we? That was the first time we had, to my memory, the sort of French ultras were there.
Yeah,
that's right, because the rest of EU went against Karmine Corp.
Yeah,
we're like, screw those guys.
Moist versus KC, 104 against KC.
Yeah, that was good, to be fair. That was funny.
But bear in mind, everybody, this is day one of the crowd. And it's also like 11 AM. So the crowd will be filling in. There will be a lot more people in there.
Yeah, it's 4:45 here. We're acting like it's, you know, a decent chunk of the day gone, but first thing.
There to help out his teammate. Big boom downfield.
Oh,
Raleigh here.
Okay, game on.
Very big
like
miss.
This is game on. That's the moment for me that I believe Raleigh completely whiffing like he's playing rank 2s with us last night.
I reckon he said heat check before making that.
For Raleigh.
That was a crazy miss.
Raleigh's just not the same at the moment.
Bad miss.
Corp, Twisted Minds, they got their foothold last game. This win here would be huge. And maybe
I wish majors were just in places like Australia, Canada, small venues like 3K, even 2K, 3K, sell out a 2K, 3K venue.
Sure.
More like a tour. A tour of varying sizes.
Yeah, majors don't need to be, and then Save Worlds could be the big one. Majors can be smaller, more intimate venues in other locations.
I want more weird I want Fiji LAN. I want Hawaii LAN.
Yeah, why not?
I've said before so many times, I want a LAN outside. Like, or at least in
Probably
some
couldn't
sort
do
of,
that in Hawaii or Fiji then.
Well, you'd have to. Oh my god, what a touch.
Oh, he's got him.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, plus like 2,000 Australians would probably make more noise than 7,000 Raleigh people.
They'd love it. They'd be like RLCS Season 5. Like, we've been waiting years for this. We're really going to give it our all.
All be doing shoeies.
Exactly. It was just cut and like, more shoes. Cut away quick.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be so cool to have like.
Both teams are trying to find the advantage.
Oh, go on then.
Got to play the ball!
He got him!
He's sending down
the ball! He's just punched him in front of everyone.
It's been a physical game.
No clobbering, please.
Corp.
Or do a big clobbering and make it fun.
Usually if there's a clobbering on this, also it's the team that's chasing, historically.
Check my Twitter mentions, so don't worry. My Twitter mentions have been blowing up for the last 24 hours. People are very upset at how extremely light ribbing I've been giving them.
Do you want to see the most? Do you want to see the most disproportionate response that I cannot read out?
I've seen a few of those. Yeah.
There's somebody replied to me. Right. Okay, so there you go. There's that reply there.
I saw that one. Yeah.
Did you see that reply that I got?
No,
It's committed. Also, it just disappeared.
Oh, it disappeared. I'm sorry. It's such a big response.
I know it's not most people. It's a vocal minority. So I've been to plenty of events in North America where all the fans are like, really good people. They're all chill. Everybody that we meet is just, great
like
vibes.
99.9% of people are absolutely excellent.
Great vibes.
Yeah.
And, we've stood, like some of the days we finished work early, we've just gone up to the, VIP or gone up to the stand or whatever and talked to fans for hours. Like in Dallas especially. Yeah, I've spent hours talking to so many different fans in NA. They're all lovely people. They're actually trolling. They're trolling.
Oh my god.
Ronnie's not giving any time this century.
Yeah, on the timeline, like there's just a vocal minority who can't take a joke and it's so funny. Like you guys are, why is Johnny Rage baiting again? It's like because I genuinely I really enjoy annoying people on the internet. One of my favorite pastimes.
Yeah, it's crazy like the difference between the response you can get on Twitter and then the response you get in an arena where then you say the exact same thing and everybody laughs and it's like, cool. Yeah.
If anything, I'm more toxic in person. I think I'm way more.
Don't throw.
Nice play.
That was a Cole musty. When it's going in, Cole just goes for it.
Yeah, it's fun.
And takes some of the pace off the ball.
Great ball chasing. Very good.
Oh, hey. It's good, Musty, that.
You can't feel irony in text. I think it's so obvious. Come on.
Surely.
Come on, lifeless nerd.
Go and read my tweets. It's so obvious that I'm not serious. It's so obvious. I don't know, maybe it's just a culture thing. We also do have to remember that it's not mandatory to have a sense of humor in 2025. It's optional. So a lot of people are just opted out of that.
Opt out.
Yeah.
You're gonna, at least it's opt out rather than opt in.
They have this unchecked sense of humor in their character creation screen.
And he makes 2 solid touches to keep
Has anyone bought you a cake yet?
Cakes are not on the treat stream.
Cole is wimping out of having a cake on the treat stream. The treat stream is open.
Yeah, the treat stream's open.
It might actually get here quicker than this does.
Exclamation mark treat stream is currently active.
check.
You can buy Shogun 100 chicken nuggets.
I will not eat them.
And also, though, you can't be treat stream.
100
So
gifted.
treat stream's got a £23 limit. So that's why I've been
How many
selected.
does that cost?
That's why the chicken.
How much
Well,
does
must
it
be
cost for
60.
100 nuggets?
Each one is what, $5.99 for 20?
Nice block.
That is such a good hit,
Twisted
Atomic.
Minds, the most disrespected team coming into the event.
Yeah, you can buy 60 to 80 chicken nuggets. Can we have that on there?
I could eat 60 chicken nuggets, I think.
Cole,
but-
can you put 60 to 80 chicken nuggets on Tree Stream, please?
Can I have a look maybe after this?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
But yes, I'll tell you what, I'll give you the laptop. You can have a little look at
No,
it.
I'm
Little
good.
play.
Super
Thank you, though.
winnable.
So lazy.
I feel like that's a very different challenge to what Cole had yesterday, because yesterday for Cole it was like how much sweet could he handle. I think if you were saying Shogun you got to eat 100 nuggets, I'd be like, all right, I need to like know that going into my day.
True, 100 gifted though.
100 nuggets.
That is cheap, man.
One gifted per nugget.
Yeah.
That's
100
pretty.
gifted,
That's a
100 nuggets.
solid deal.
That
That's
is
a great
easy
deal.
money.
100 gifted, 100 nuggets.
I mean, give it a couple of years, it'll cost roughly that.
True.
I'll get ahead of the curve. Yeah, I mean,
Go on. 90 seconds.
Give us a game 7 to kick off the day. Why not? EU in shambles to start the day.
Go on. Make us shambolic.
Booms it right back. Boom ball back into
This throws
Atomic.
Go on.
Booming it
I was going to say, I
all the
do
way
love
back
that
down.
KC lose this.
Vatira
There will
tries
be
to
people
control
who
it.
tune in thinking we're going to be in shambles. Isn't that great?
look
Go on.
devastated.
They think that we are
We could
Kometo.
look devastated for 2 minutes and then they're all going to filter out and be like,
Chat can help us out with that. They can
got it.
go with us.
Yeah, oh my god, you guys are so annoyed. Why did Shogun say that?
The great play the miss there by Atomic.
Yeah.
He committed to it.
The classic tilted thing of, I'm not angry, but.
But I just think it's funny.
Yeah, I'm not angry. I just think it's really funny.
Demo!
KC are in shambles, so there's no question about that. Rise is coming back at them.
I love how much the NA crowd is so anti-KC, anti-Vitality.
Yeah.
They're like anybody else.
How many best of 7 reverse sweeps have we had on lag? So I remember Johnny Boy and I cast the first ever. Oh, that's the only ever one.
One, yeah.
And that was with, was that Rule 1
Twisted
Falcons?
Minds.
Nice.
It was Twisted Minds and Falcons, yeah.
I thought it was Rule 1.
Twisted Minds got reverse swept, I'm pretty sure. 'Cause that was Senzo's team at the time.
The OG Twisted Minds. We were in a little booth, weren't we, Johnny?
Yeah.
All surrounded by the curtains.
Yeah.
But they gotta hold on to the lead. Vatira.
We had a moment a couple of seasons ago, didn't we, where there was like 4 different really close best of 7 reverse sweeps and none of them got over the line.
They all went to game 7, didn't they?
Yeah. All failed.
It's crazy. They came back from behind in the last goal.
Don't score.
It wasn't a great catch.
Do not do it. Well played, keeping that up.
Fair
So
play.
clever.
Oh, good luck, Matty.
Easy clear. Still holding it though.
They did a
The
good
game
job.
is not
There.
over.
Bumping.
Bumping.
Oh my god.
Good free.
Scary.
Johnny,
It's over there. It's over there.
Kill it. Yes.
Dropped it.
Game 7! Anybody in chat thought we were going to get Game 7
believe
before
this.
this?
Cool, Cole,
No,
did
mate.
you think we were going to get
I was done. I was done after game 2. I was triply done
The NA
after game
fans have
3.
woken up for this.
This would be such an upset if Twisted Minds could take
Come on, Twisted. Come on.
Not that for all you here at Raleigh.
Come on, KC.
Cole has both these teams.
I have them
does,
both.
yeah.
This
He
is
has
I
a
get to go
favourite child.
completely with my heart. Yeah, I do.
Flips it across.
I pick KC for what I would want to happen.
It still feels like they have plot armor to me right now.
Yeah, I feel like I want.
Still feels
I
like they
don't
have
mind
plot
KC
armor.
losing, but I think it's too early. I like beat them at Worlds. I want them to be the big bad going into Worlds.
It does feel shaky though compared to also like what we've seen from them before. Obviously they had to get through
Absolutely.
round 5 Like,
the pass was there.
but I mean, TM just put everything on the table now. I think
Yeah, they all are.
partially thinking like we need to also be looking toward later series. Or they're thinking everything on the table.
Right now, they're fully in the moment.
match today.
Yeah.
Oh, really good, Raleigh.
Zero boost as well.
Yeah, it's the only match today, so they're just thinking about this.
Oh, 1v1.
Now go play the 1v1.
It's here reverse. Oh,
They're ahead again. Isn't this the third game in a row they've been up 1-0?
that is such a good 50.
Oh, he gets recover it.
What pass?
I love that Batty as well during that didn't scream, didn't go crazy. He just settled. He's like, come on, back into it. Let's go.
K-Corp scored first in the last game as well.
Oh, what a series.
And in the game
Matera left Rise because he was sick of all the game 7, so they were teaming together.
Where did it bring?
Bang! Oh,
Back to me.
Oh, that's great
skim.
safety by Rise. Great fake. Covered though.
Quick turn.
that's playable.
Battle in the midfield.
That's how you're late. Oh, okay.
There's a graceful little pinch there from Atomic.
Hold. Yes, one playable.
Got the ball. Atto avoids Atomic on the bump. Rise.
Atto's playing very well right now.
On his way back to the ball, he's got no boost, but he'll help get everybody set
The
up
unmentioned
real
man for
slow.
Karmine Corp.
Tier's doing work
Well,
right
less
now here in
mentioned.
game 7.
Oh my god.
Outside, no counter.
Yeah, I think you
What
just catch that though.
touch.
Skim to
Same
die.
touch.
Could have been dangerous.
That's a prophecy
Did result in
foretold.
a nice clear. And K-Corp now
Can
having to
only
battle out of their own
happen.
half.
You guys casting Worlds Finals.
Oh,
Game 7.
Man, don't spoil what's
Skim
happening.
doink.
A doink to win it.
Kills his momentum, but he's got
The doink to win it all.
Oh
Is
my
it official
God.
that we're doing the World's Finals this year? Has that been locked
No,
in?
that's not been confirmed.
Has that not
yet.
been confirmed?
That's not public.
Officially, yeah.
They were doing the quadcast.
Meets him at the punch.
Because they're switching it to Rocket League 2, aren't they, just before the finals?
Yeah, but that's not public yet.
Oh,
I'll unmute our mics in 3. Oh, no, I didn't.
And you saw Rise hunting on that back line. Went for the corner blue steal, didn't get it though.
Oh, that's too close to the ball.
Skim to doink,
Managing
STD.
their aggression so far. Now
Raleigh?
a shot opportunity.
And knock him down with the STD.
Fake Atto. His shot denied. Batira will keep this
there's still
into
so
the
much. It
corner.
feels like there's a minute left, but there's still 2:40 left.
It does. Casey commits
double.
so
Oh my
hard
God.
to that fake.
Oh, fake.
Great fake.
Rise is going to fake as well.
He sold him a dream.
Yeah, he hit that a bit too hard.
Oh, Vati, you can control that.
Touch.
Got the reset. Not a ton
That
of
touch is
boost.
so nice.
Oh,
And there's the follow.
From Atomic's touch.
Atomic, man.
Done it again.
That's so. I just let that bounce. I just let that bounce off the wall, try and catch it. But he
Great
gets the
finish.
confidence to read it, man.
That's an insane play from
What's a
Atomic.
series?
To get the
Yeah.
rebound in front.
Twisted Minds
Wonderful stuff from Atomic.
against the
I like
team
that.
swept them.
The Tier keeps booming this ball, and he's got to start controlling it.
And now the innie.
Raleigh changed the car.
Really looks it.
When did he
Sweats
change
in
the car?
French.
Raleigh did change the car.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, we missed the boost.
I didn't realize when he changed it, but yes.
However,
Nice ball.
Jolly
Also, it's a bit late for the moment.
Yeah,
Now
I think
playing.
Rise could have done that, getting hit actually better.
He was trying not to fall off the post there.
Yeah. I think I own goal that. I think I get a really good angle. but
There's
it's
a
an
lot of
own
these
goal.
balls I've seen hit like that you own goal.
Yeah.
Right here.
I own goal that.
Oh, go on.
1v1. God, Atomic has been stunning.
Oh my god, it's got a hit.
Oh, that's like the only shooting angle he had too.
X goal wins, surely it feels like
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
So
there's
this
been
could be it.
reason below. Oh!
Now he's loud.
Now the pop off.
Yeah, now the pop off.
Oh, you needed that because he's been really rough.
Good.
Oh, what a
Speed.
finish!
Damn. That is a hit and a half.
Quick sip of water. He's like,
Me, back to it.
quick, 2, 1, controller up. Kick
going.
He's on the kick
You're
up.
on the kickoff rate. Oh! He should have went the
Matera.
water.
He wasn't ready with the water. Wow, they just got destroyed.
That's a cold and stumpy kickoff.
Keeps it interesting.
Yeah, keeps it alive.
Just goes anywhere.
Keeps it a lot more fun.
Not water.
Come on, Twisted. I need to stop giving up on you.
Oh my days.
It's like if Casey
Nice.
score again in 5 seconds, I'm like, yeah, it's done.
Oh, wait a minute.
Paul.
Yeah, they
it's done.
thought he was going to air dribble, so they pre-jump nothing.
Yeah.
Those touches are just so good at killing the danger. Atomic, sorry.
Rise once.
Oh
Rise gets.
my goodness.
Reset. Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah, he didn't get the best landing.
I don't know how players do this, man.
Imagine being the coach. I feel like the coach is the worst
It's
part.
pretty hard. Someone who's been there done that a couple times. It's actually 100% of my stage matches.
Oh, that's so rough.
What's the win rate?
Back to Atomic. Denied by Vatira. No
When you
also
played
had
so
Dragon
many,
Ball
Stumpy, you know,
gold numbers.
Oh, that's so bad. That was really bad, boys.
I would like to see air dribble bump past there, or just air dribble bump in general. They've been very tightened up with air dribbles. Straight up.
Now player using a purple car, by the way, is on my shit list.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Suddenly, KC, are you picking?
Oh, back one.
Atomic.
No boost steal.
Atomic is having a great series.
Phenomenal. 1B, 2B.
Oh, you can get ahead of that.
50. Oh, that's all good.
Surely not a game 7 OT. Surely not.
He set up everybody for K-Corp before.
Not KC out the lowers.
Oh, reverse sweep as well. Oh,
No.
hold on. Right.
Oh my god, no.
He's composed. He picks up the pass. KC panicked, nobody challenged, nobody covered mid.
I was so scared.
They did nothing, he slowed down the play and they did nothing.
The stealth purple car.
Oh my god, there's absolutely no way Rise has gotten away with this.
The ball's on the ground.
Oh yeah!
Look at it.
Under a second.
Who goes? Who goes?
1B. Got one more.
Oh my god, I sort of want this to go in
You're
now.
fine. Rise is a huge player. That's how you
Yeah,
alter
I'll leave that.
Behind.
Wow. What? They love it. I love that. That's how
He's a passionate man.
that is how you wake up the North American fan. That's how you wake them up.
KC out.
Reverse sweep.
That's wild.
KC are out 7 to 8.
What a leader.
And half another hand.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Eliminated to start off Saturday.
KC beat
Wow.
3 times in 3 days.
This is unreal.
His